And Komi, I read in the beginning of your book here, you've experienced a lot of the different levels, life levels, and I wondered, have you met any of these relatives of ours? Do you have any relationships with any of these beings on different levels?
Yeah, a lot of the beings that I met are teachers. You know, they call themselves teachers because they don't see themselves any higher than we are. Most of them that I met on Mars and on the astral plane and the causal plane, they will always tell you they are just providing information to you. So when I talk mostly about Mars, is because Mars is very related to our planet and our existence. They have gone through a lot of those things that we are going through now and have transcended it. So if I talk about, for instance, Wezu is a spiritual master. He called himself a teacher, the one who is holding the consciousness that is holding the planet invisible. All that consciousness, all that knowledge that keeps the planet invisible to other to other beings, he's the one that is holding it. And he provides that knowledge through the galaxy, through the moons of Mars, all the way to Venus. Anybody that can come into his arena to learn, he provides that knowledge. There are a whole bunch of them that they finish their mission, they will let it go. For instance, in their government system on Mars, in that Mars that we are talking about, all of them who are in the government are spiritual beings. Those are people who have reached a certain spiritual evolution and that have been allowed by their people to be as on the status on the pedestal of rulers. There is nothing that they do in that brighter Mars, like I call it, the brighter Mars, which is the invisible Mars. There's nothing that they do that they don't consciously do, knowing that it has impact, it has a ramification in the rest of the galaxies or the rest of the universes.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. Most people, or a lot of people, talk about going from mineral to plant to animal to human and their evolution, but they don't. A lot of times they don't talk about where you can keep on going into be a planetary spirit or the sun or the wind or a planet or a savior on some planet or even, be a Mother Earth. I mean, these are all positions in life that one can obtain if they want the experience. So I know, I see that Sandy's on too. Maybe Sandy has some input on this too. Are you there, Sandy? Hi, Sandy. Well, while she's getting ready, I also had I see that we have this term, a lot of people say this term, it's called cargo cults. It's when indigenous people like the Aztecs, they have this belief system or this legend or story that somebody will come, in some form to assist them in some way and give them benefit in some way. Like when the Aztecs, when the Spanish came, they thought they were gods. Well, this is, like you said, Komi, leftover from when the aliens were here, and they left certain knowledge, certain things for the people, the slaves here, to worship them, to pretend that they were the gods, the aliens, and they left certain legends and rumors and things like that. So that's one thing. And then the other thing was that even on Earth, we have different, you've heard probably the flat earthers. Even on Earth, we have like the aliens are to, let me say like the islanders. All they know is their tropical island. They've never been off their island. So when somebody else comes from a different culture, it seems like really odd or really strange. So the same with the aliens and us, the so-called aliens from other planets. and some of them aren't even on. Some of them are even on this planet. So when we encounter these different cultures, it's a little bit threatening for the Earth people, especially. But it doesn't have to be that way. So it's you're bringing out this knowledge that everybody's connected in a certain way.
So it's very interesting that our school system, our education system, does not prepare us for what we call, the encounter of different species or different group of beings that might be living on different planets or even here on our own planet, Earth. Because we have to understand, Earth is not just this flat or circle thing that we are walking on. There is, civilizations here that are on a higher vibration of Earth. There are civilizations that are, within the Earth, because our scientists cannot even find the way to be able to connect it to civilization within the Earth or on a higher vibration of Earth, let alone going on Mars and connecting to those civilizations that are in the invisible world. So all those beings that are, some of those beings are same. They are using the same body system, just like our body, just like a human being. We have the two legs, the two hands, the humanoid. They use the same humanoid form. And just like we have here multiple kind of creatures, we have the sea creatures, we have the crawlers, all those. It's the same thing when you go to any place within the lower world, which includes, all the planets in our solar system, and then you go on Mars or you go on the astral and the cosmos. Above, so below, like they say, everything that has been created below 10th division. It's a copy or a faded image of what is above it. So what we have here, you might think automatically that, okay, what we have here on this planet or in this physical world, we have also on the astral world, or even better, or even brighter, or even more intelligent, or even more perfect would be the better word. So we just need to be able to tune into what knowledge that has been left behind for us. The little knowledge that we have been left behind for us, we need to be able to connect to that knowledge. And hopefully those people or those great people that are now in the government or in high places will be able to share that knowledge with the masses. And of course, it's not everything that, the masses will accept automatically. So there's got to be a gradual way of sharing those information in such a way that when somebody is on a dying bed and pop out of his body and seeing everything that is going on below, the doctors, trying to resuscitate him or her, will know automatically that this is actually natural. This is how life is supposed to be. So when he comes back into the body, maybe a day later on, he will be able to live his life without crashing. Because when people not being prepared have those experiences, now life is just miserable for them. Why? Because they have not been prepared to receive that knowledge. But on a spiritual level, we'll say that, if they were not prepared, that experience is not going to happen anyway. But that's because they need to have that experience to wake up. That's the wake-up call for some people sometimes. To hit them on the head with that experience which pop them out of the body, and then to see, whoa, so I'm not the body. I'm not actually the body. I am this viewpoint that is out here without a body, but that can see everything, that can relate to everything. And then you come back to the body, you are like, okay, this is prison. So in such a way, this body, which is a gift for us, is also our prison. Why? Because we have to learn how to break out of this prison to know the greatness that we have out there. And that's one of the reasons, that's the purpose of this book, especially the book one. This is the purpose of it. I want people to be able to have this experience out of their own body, having their own experiences within their inner world, and know for themselves that reality is not necessarily what we have here on this planet. There is more. There's so much more out there. There's so much gift that is out there within our own body, within our own self. Because all the knowledge, everything that has been given to us, it's inside our heart, it's within us. We just need to wake up to it.
Talking about a knock on the head, I just was watching a documentary on 5G today, and they've got the whole Earth, if not already, through satellites and chemtrails and nanoparticles and nanodust, smart dust, smart meters, all the antennas, cell towers. I mean, everything is going to be connected through they want everything connected, but it's all total control. And it goes down into the body, into the brain, and it's going to be horrendous. So that's a big knock on the head. So how do you see who's doing this and why they're doing it? Is it for our spiritual experience, or why is this happening? Is it going to be like Mars, the Earth? And how do you see all this with what's going on with the world today?
Well, if you think about it, our education from when we are born until we die or we pass on one day is based on the system of fear. If you don't do this well, you are not going to get this. If you don't do this well, you are not going to go to this place. If you want to get this, then you need to do this. Or in a higher world, everything that you need is already yours. You need to awaken to that knowledge that anything that you are looking for is already yours. And this planet, at the same way, this planet has been given to us, human beings, to be able to experience individuality, because within the realm of great creator or prime creator, there's only unlimitedness. It's just is. So when we get this body to become individual, it's allowed us to experience our individuality, knowing that we are this, but at the same time, we are also that big ocean of love and mercy that is a part of ourselves, which is within us and we within it. So what technology today is creating is what Mars has been going through. It's, Atlantis have gone through, where at a certain level of spiritual evolution, normally technology comes easily, or it goes the other way. Technology comes first, and then people start to think about the fact that, okay, there's got to be more to it. It's not the brain that's actually creating the technology, but it's that source of knowledge which is everlasting, that is the prime source of the knowledge. So today we have all those that you go through the airport, you have the body scan, you go through the body scan, they can see everything that is supposed to see, not invade your privacy, but at the same time they can see what they need to see, because the body scan have been programmed for a specific work. You can see only foreign objects that are either in your pocket or things like that. Where on Mars, technology that have been used was used to allow people that are not naturally inclined to go out of their body naturally, to go through the body scan and have what they call the reframing of your whole system. They reframe your whole system in such a way that it's easier for you now to be able to see the invisible part of Mars or invisible part of other planet, other civilization. I think we have not get to that point yet where we can see the whole potential of the technology that have been given to us, or we choose to use only the part of it that is going to be permitting us to control our own people. If not, I'll take, for instance, cars that we are driving today. There's so much we can do with cars. We can use the solar system for car without using the fossil fuel. We can use the energy that the soul emanates, the energy that soul produces, to use any car, any equipment that we have on this planet. Yeah, we are not there because we have not finished depending ourselves on fossil fuel or wanting more financial, resources. Because everything we are doing today is all about how much money can we make. We forgot the aim of this planet. We forgot the aim of this civilization, this human hybrid. We are supposed to learn how to interact with the technology that we have, use it for the benefit of our spiritual unfoldment. If one day we come to that point, we'll see how much we can create. So much we can create because our hand, everything is in our hand. Whether we know it or not, everything that we're creating, when somebody come up tomorrow and say, oh, I invented this. No, you just discover it. We are just discovering it because it's already there. Everything that is going to be created, everything that has been created, and everything that we are using today is already inside the universal mind. So government, they are all doing all they can, to make our life easier, but at the same time, it's a control system. We have to wake up to the fact that, okay, we need to snap out of our dream, thinking that, okay, this planet, this is it. This is the physical that we have, this is it. And wake up to our divinity and be able to soar in the sky and visit, all those different locations in the far countries.
Yes, that's, probably most likely why they don't release the alien technology, the controllers here, because they want to maintain control. And if we had this sort of free energy, a lot of it's free, we could have more freedom of movement, and they don't want that. So that's part of the reason why it's such a cover-up of these, so-called aliens or outer extraterrestrials. We were just at a conference in Las Vegas this last weekend, a UFO conference, and a lot of people had experiences with these beings. One fellow I was driving a lift with, he was a lift driver, and one of these ships landed right on his Fiesta Ford. It was about the same size. It was green, two different types of green. He's never seen a green like this before. It was just beautiful. He looked up, glanced on it, and it just disappeared. But it was definitely something that landed on him. He thinks they're trying to trying to clone him or something like that. So when people see, and he also worked in Area 51. He was in construction. They were doing a facility, geothermal facility there. He wasn't really inside of it. He was on the outskirts of Area 51. He saw a lot of activity there with ships, UFO ships and stuff.